Alright guys, it's time for my first Summer of 64 video. Got a decent little haul here. My goal is I'm going to collect all the 64 games. It's a small set, only 296 games, only a few real expensive ones. So, we'll see what we can get and how far we can get. Alright, so let's talk. Of course, the system had a lot of sports games, so I gotta get those out of the way first because they're cheap and easy to pick up. And it's also summertime, which can be a little hard doing challenges like that because my wife and daughter have a birthday in July. So let's start with the early pickups. I've got NFL Quarterback Club 99. NFL Quarterback 2000. Madden Football 64. And last but not least, which was a really fun racing game that I really enjoyed, which as I've gotten older, I've enjoyed racing games more, is MRC. Now, those came from 2 local stores that I like to peruse. Alright, the next one was a deal that I got for $22. I got 5 games off eBay. I don't normally buy lots anymore because, like, for example, with Nintendo, there might be 1 game out of 5 I may need. But the 64 sports games, when you get them at a good deal, you pick them up. So, first up, Tony Hawk Pro Skater. We got Triple Play 2000. Wayne Gretzky 3D Hockey. This is one that surprised me. I didn't know this existed, but it's a cool throwback to the Nintendo. NHL Blades of Steel 99. And last but certainly not least, All-Star Baseball 99. Now, a funny thing about these is these were originally like $40 on eBay, but the guy who had it up ended up dropping them. Went down to $22. When I looked at the value, it exceeded the value, so I jumped on them. Alright, now a few better games. First up, we got Army Men Air Combat, which the best way I can describe this is picture Desert Strike with toy soldiers. Fun game. I've really enjoyed it. Alright, another big one. 1080 Snowboarding, which wasn't bad. Another like sports game that I'm looking for is Wave Race 64. And then the big game that I got, Star Fox 64, which a buddy of mine went on about how good that was, and there we go. So this is the first wave of 64 games. Next week I'm actually going out of town to Gatlinburg, and I understand there's a couple places up that way I'm going to go, and hopefully come home with a bunch of new games for you guys to see. But that's all I got this time. Tell me what you think. Tell me what I should be looking for. And take care and go play some games.